Hello, thank you for tuning in to this week's read. For the main part of the read, I'm using White Newman Tarot by, I want to say it's BG something. Elba BG. It's at the top here. And the website is Liminal 11. Feel free to freeze frame and check that out if you're interested. I don't think I missed any information on that. Supportive Oracle cards. Queen of the Moon Oracle by Stacy DeMarco. Website for this one is rockpoolpublishing.com.au. A as an apple, U as an umbrella. And the dice I use are the D&D dice. I use the 20, the 12, and the 4. The 20 for the major arcana, which does omit 21, but I work with it. And the 12 for the suits up to Knight. Again, it omits the Queen and King, but I work with it. And the 4 is for which element, like fire, earth, air, water. Okay, and now, on to your read. Hello, Taurus. Thank you very much for tuning in to this week's read. These readings are valid for whenever you come to them. That being said, what do we have for Taurus? I keep feeling success. Okay, there's the White Newman. I keep feeling success, and then the White Newman showed up, so. Okay. So. Okay. What do you really want from this situation? I'm getting a very independent energy here, which I do think of Taurus as independent anyway. The White Newman, this is like a very beautiful success card. It's kind of like things working out better than expected, in my opinion. To me, it's almost like an accumulation of the aces sometimes. Sometimes. I think that's where it's going for you. We have to go a little farther to find out. But I feel like you've already made progress. You've already made progress towards where you actually want to be. You've already made progress. The challenge is to actually attain that goal. I don't know. I feel like I've got a lot of progress. There's a certain goal I want. But there might be some type of negotiation here that kind of keeps you from the actual pinnacle of what you actually do want. Is there a setback? Justice comes in with the void. Is that the void? No, it's the darkness. That's different. The void. The difference between the two is the void, there's nothing. The darkness, there's a sliver of light coming through, and we're starting to see something happen. There's success in front of you, but it's almost like, should I be just happy with what I have and just stick with that? Or should I continue on the road and keep going? These two cards is kind of like, they're kind of like, I've made a lot of progress, I've come a long ways, and it's not about, I don't know, I feel like I have a lot, and I almost feel like I'm exhausted with this trip. I feel like I've been dealing with this for a long time. Whatever I'm dealing with, I've gotten quite used to some things that aren't working for me, but even though they're not working for me, I feel like things are stable. And it feels like I've got a lot farther to go if I'm going to keep going down this path, or I could just be happy where it is, keep it where it is, and just, you know, put my energy elsewhere. For some reason, there's this moment of doubt, like, it's almost like I feel like I'm giving up on something. I do feel like there's some type of weird setback here. There's like a weird setback in the sense of like, I don't really feel like I lost a lot, but I don't have what I want. Things are not quite where I want them to be. And it's like, there's a change that is involved here. If I want to keep progressing to where I truly want to be in life, I have to embrace a change to keep the path going towards the actual goal I want. But it's kind of like, if I don't embrace that change, I could just let it stagnate where it is, and it's like good enough. It feels like good enough. But that's like, there's some devastation with this. It's kind of like I have to either embrace the change or accept the good enough. And I don't really like either option, but I feel like those are the most realistic options for me. You're coming up to this moment where you got to make a choice. It's definitely a choice being made here. And it's a long-term choice, because I feel like I either have to embrace the change, and I feel like that's a lot, or I have to accept that it is what it is, which is also a lot, but more comfortable because I already understand how things currently work. It's ironic. I don't really like either choice, but the one of accepting things how they are, I know how that works. I feel like I know how that works, though. What they're saying, do not do, take it with a grain of salt. Don't accept it for what it is. Don't take the Ten of Pentacles. Because you need to, like, honor yourself more and get what you actually do want. You're more effective. Things go better for everybody if you go for what you truly actually want. If you just kind of stagnate, other things stagnate too. It reminds me of water in a bowl that just is left there for a few days. It starts to not smell the best. You don't have to accept this. I feel like you know that, but they're saying that's not really, it's not really serving you to do that. I feel like you start closing in more, and I just feel like I have less and less of what I actually did want. It's just, I don't know how to explain this other than it's like I was going for that gourmet meal, and I kind of got to a point where I was like, things are, they're not the best, they're not the worst. It's edible. It's edible. Some of it's good, some of it's not. But if I stick with that, I feel like even what I have, I get very bored with, and it's just, it becomes like, I don't know why I stuck with this. I feel like down the road, it's kind of like I'm sticking with something, and I'm like, I don't know why I chose this. I feel like I'm questioning myself, like, why did I think this was good enough? What they're advising you to do is to trust yourself more. You will make it to that goal. You just got to make that choice for the change. It's worth it. You do want it, and trust yourself more that you can make it happen. Some of you might have some self-doubts coming in, like whatever life's done to you, it's kicked you a couple times pretty good, and you're just like, I don't know, if I take that change, I take that risk of dealing with those things again, who knows what else life is going to throw at me. Trust that you're going to make it. It's worthwhile. It's going to take some more negotiation. There could be some legal aspects to it. You're going to have to seek out other people who know what's going on so you can get better information so you can keep moving forward. It's going to take more work, but Taurus is very good at putting in the work. When it's worth your while, when you believe in it, you put in that work, you will get your outcome. They're saying seek out the information. Seek out the information you need. You'll know what you need to do, and you will put the effort in. You will make it. Trust yourself. You do have what it takes to make this a success, the success you actually want. Go towards that success. All you got to do is seek out the information. You'll apply it where necessary. You will make it happen. I feel like the question is, I don't know. I keep getting like there's something, if you stay with what you're used to, even though it's not good enough, but you're like, well, it's not really what I want, but I guess I know what it is. You're going to hit this moment where you're going to have to make another choice anyway, because it's almost like it's going to fail or something. Or it's going to be like, I really wish I didn't choose to stick with it. I really wish I didn't make friends with the stagnation. I didn't say that right. I know I didn't say that right. I wish I didn't make friends with being stagnant. Because that Two of Wands shows up at some point where if there's going to be a problem, it's going to find you either way. You might as well be going towards what you actually want rather than settling for what seems to work. Go forward and get what you actually want. I'm getting this, like, you're going to hit this point where you're going to regret stagnating. You're going to be like, if I had known it was going to play out that way, I should have chose what I actually wanted. because I feel like if you stagnate, you're going to lose it anyway. If you're like, I'm going to stick with this, I feel like I got this, nothing's going to take this away from me, and then it's gone. Down the road, it will be gone. Keep going, go for what you want, keep going towards what you actually wanted. It's something about the difference between going for the change, which I'm like, oh, I don't like that idea, or staying with something that I already understand how it works, but it's kind of like, I don't really want this either, but between the two, I feel more secure that I can keep what I already understand. You're not going to keep it, is what I'm getting. Down the road, it may be a few years, you're going to lose it anyway. You're going to look back and be like, if I had known that, I would have chose the other direction and kept going for what I actually wanted. They're saying you don't have to have that moment. Keep going for what you actually want. Keep going towards that star or that moon or whatever they're looking at. Keep going towards what you actually want. You will make it work. Trust yourself. Keep going for it. Keep moving. Life has been hard. You have hit a couple bumps. You have been knocked down pretty hard a few times, but you got up every time. You're still here. You're still going. Trust yourself. Keep going. Make it worth it for you. There are these energies around you that try to bring you down. They like to point out where you failed in life. They like to give you that little negative back talk. They're not that great either, but not for nothing. You keep persevering. Shut them out. Stay away from them, or do something where see them for who they are. See them for who they are, like for what they. Not for nothing. If you compare you and them, whoever these people are who are pointing out all your faults, if you pointed out all their faults, they wouldn't be even halfway where you are. Let's just be fair. I mean, not for nothing. And it's not worth getting into that argument because it's a fruitless argument. But I'm just like, don't let anybody hold you down if they're trying to point out all the times that things didn't go where you thought they were, or you didn't get out the outcome that you wanted. They don't do half as well as you do. Not for nothing. So even if they do, it's not their life, it's yours. Leave them alone. Just don't include them in your life if you don't have to. Just like no to them. Keep going where you want to. Trust yourself. Go towards what you want, and you'll have a great outcome. Otherwise, I feel like if you stagnate in this situation, I just feel like regret is down the line. Like, if I had known this is how this was going to work out, I would have taken the other choice. I would have taken the change. I would have gotten. I feel like 10 years from now, it's kind of like looking back and going, if I had chosen what I wanted, I'd be where I wanted to be by now. Versus like, I chose this path, I thought at least I would keep it, and then I lost it anyway. I'm cringing to say this, and I'm trying to avoid it, but I'll say it. This could be, if this is a marriage situation and you're considering leaving, if you're not happy, I've seen this happen to other people. They hold on to something saying, it's not the best marriage, but I know what it is, and I'll ride it through to the end. And then the other person says, I'm going. And it's kind of like, if I had known that they weren't going to hold up, if I had known they were going to leave anyway, I should have done what I wanted. All right, I'm going to let it go there. Hopefully that's helpful. Thank you for watching. If you'd like a direct reading from me, shoot me an email, jamesforastral@gmail.com. That's James, the number 4, astral@gmail.com. If you're interested in the donation information, that's below. Same email. Thank you very much for watching, and have a great day.